going out for an ultimate frisbee practice when I first got to UVic. I had played basketball and volleyball and netball, which you might not have heard of, in high school, but wasn't thinking about playing a varsity sport. I just wanted to continue playing sports. So I stumbled upon the women's varsity rugby team. At that point, I had no idea that women even played rugby, and I thought, this is awesome. This looks like so much fun. So that same day, I went to the coach and asked if I could sign up, and he said yes, and so I came out to the next practice. I played here for 5 years. We hosted nationals in my final year, which was incredible. We weren't the best team in the country by far. We would not have qualified had it not been for hosting, but I had the opportunity to play against some of the best teams in the nation. I got scouted from that experience, and that was kind of where the next part of my career took off from. A lot of it came down to dealing with issues of femininity. There was a time when I kind of was just on the cusp of making the national team. I was struggling with the idea of sort of body image and thinking that I would all of a sudden become this muscular, big woman. And I remember saying to my brother, like, you know what, if I don't make the national team, that's okay. Like, I don't want to be really muscular and I don't want to change my body. I look back at this now and I can't really believe I said those words because I've changed so much. My body image and my confidence has grown unbelievably. I'm way more comfortable in my skin now than I ever was before. And I think sometimes we don't realize that when you're doing the thing you love, that's when you're most comfortable in your skin. It's interesting to hear now when I do tell someone I'm a rugby player. What I first would hear 14 or 15 years ago was I didn't know females played rugby. And then a little bit later on, maybe 5 to 10 years ago, I would hear, oh, you don't look like a rugby player. And now when I say I'm a rugby player, what I hear is, oh my gosh, I watched the Olympics. Those girls are unbelievable. You do that? That's so exciting. I know firsthand how much the women's rugby inspired young girls and parents and pretty much everyone in the community. It's made a really big difference, and I think it's great seeing the young girls, 4, 5, 6 years old, joining in on the rugby, and they have no idea that it was a male sport 10, 15 years ago. They just want to play rugby. Sport for me is not just about being active and winning games. It's about developing character, developing skills, and I think it's so important for young women to get involved in sport and stay in sport. It was a fluke for me that I found rugby. That's not going to be the case for most people.